store goods. Here also to store data is database. Why database only? Perfect. Is faster in performance data. That's why people use database. See, if the enemy is coming, that Jawan throws stones on them or shoot a bullet. Why? That is much more effective. If he has to show thrones, he has to show 100 thrones. Bullet one. Atam. Exactly the same. Why people are not storing in Notepad, PowerPoint or MS Excel? Because storing is also difficult. Retrieving from there also. If you use database, both are fast. You just take this UPI transactions. You just scan it and you click on the pay button. It will ask for UPI pin. You enter the pin and submit. Whenever you enter the UPI pin, how much time it takes to deduct the money from your account? Seconds. But actually, what happens? For example, if you are using PhonePe, from PhonePe, it passes to UPI database. In UPI database, what are the UPI pin you have entered, what it is stored is same or not, it will check. Then it connects to their bank database, ICICI Bank, for example. UPI database is different. ICICI Bank database is different. From there, it goes there and it deducts. All these things happens in less than seconds. That's why we are using database as one of the types. Now, as I said, that there are two types of databases. What are those two types of databases? Basically, two types. Those are SQL based database, no SQL based. Here, if you wanted to perform CRUD operations, you have to write structured query language. No SQL means if you wanted to perform CRUD operations, you have to use functions with parameters. No need of SQL also. Here we have to learn SQL and use it. Here no need of SQL also. What you want, you ask by passing in functions with parameters. You give us the data, functions with return. So in this case, no need of SQL also, which is easy and is faster. No SQL is easy to learn and it is much faster than SQL. That's why people are using NoSQL database now. But still, we are in the migration. So that's why we learn both. Probably after 3-4 years, we will be focusing on only NoSQL database. But at the moment, we learn both. 3 years back, only SQL. No NoSQL databases. After 3 years, only NoSQL databases. At the moment, both. We will be working on both. So we will decide to learn first SQL based databases, then NoSQL based databases. So there are so many databases which supports SQL, like MySQL, Oracle, Sybase, DB2, Postgres. So many databases are there which runs on SQL, which uses SQL. As I said, I have compared this database with DB and SQL with remote. Any operation you wanted to perform, use remote. Exactly. Now, to work on database, we should learn SQL. As we have already discussed in our last session, SQL is a non-case sensitive. Non-case sensitive. Non-case sensitive means capital A and small a both are same. Username, you enter your capital letters. It accepts or not accepts? Username. User email ID, password you have to enter. For Gmail. Enter your email in all caps. Accepts or not accept? Accepts. Password, if you enter it in all caps, it will not accept. So the first one is non-case sensitive. The second one is case sensitive. Programming language, A is different, small a is different. Query language, both are same. Okay. Now we are going to learn this SQL first. As I said, first we will try with the dummy database, the W3 schools. Then we will create our own. So now I'll say W3 schools. Here. Initially, you may find a bit difficult to create queries, SQL queries. You just come to this W3 schools and see the syntax of select or retrieve or update delete. Then you use it, change it according to your requirements. Initially, after some time, do it. Got it? So now this is how an SQL looks like. As I said, a database is a collection of tables. Table is the collection of rows and columns. They have given a dumb database which we are going to use. This is the dummy database they have given. This database holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tables we have. Now I wanted to perform CRUD operations like creating, retrieving, update, delete, and all those things I want to perform. First I will try to perform retrieval first. Already database is there, tables are there, content is there. I wanted to retrieve. That I will try first. Now if I wanted to perform operations on a database, you know, these are the most important keywords we use. Select keyword is useful for retrieving. Update is for updating. Delete is for deleting. Insert is for inserting. Creating means inserting. These four queries we use, keywords we use for CRUD operations. And these are for modifying the database, creating the database, creating the tables and all those things. Without SQL queries also we can do. Without SQL queries means we create through UI that internally creates queries and execute. If I wanted to create a database, actually I have to create a SQL query. But what we do, we click on the button, it creates a new database. SQL query they write automatically. So for these things, we don't need to write any SQL queries. Through UI we can do it. But for these things, we have to write SQL queries. These four are important for performing CRUD operations. First, to start with select. Select is useful for extracting data from a database. Now, what I wanted to do, this is the database. I wanted to extract data. I wanted to extract data from customers table. That means which keyword I have to use? Select keyword I have to use. So here, select should be capital or small. Non-case sensitive, anything is fine. I will say select. Select keyword is useful for extracting or getting the data. Select. Then I have to specify star. First keyword is useful for what you wanted to. I wanted to retrieve it. That's why select I have. Next I have given star. Actually we are supposed to give column names. But I am giving star means I want all columns. And I will say from which table. We have so many tables. Which table you want? I will say customers. I will say customers. Now this is the query I have given. Select means retrieval. Then star. Star means I am saying all columns. Then from which table? Customers table. Now if I click on run, now see what happens. See. We are retrieving all the data from customers table. Understanding what I am saying? Okay, now I don't want from customers, I want from orders. Now Now see, let's say orders table is there. Orders. I'm clicking on select star from orders. That means what? I am telling get data from orders table. Star means all columns. Okay. All 196 we are getting. Understanding what I'm saying? Select is useful for retrieving, extracting the data. Now, we'll be going a bit detail into it. Now, I'll say select star from customer. There, run. So, everything is displayed. Everything is displayed. Now, here customer ID is there, customer name is there, contact name is there, address is there, city is there, postal code is there, country is there. All columns are showing. Now, I don't want all. Why customer name and contact name? So I don't want contact name, I want customer name. What I will do with ID? So I don't need ID. So I want customer name, I want city, I want country. I want customer name, city and country. These three I wanted. So here star means all columns. Now I don't want all columns, I want few only. So I will say customer name I have given. Now see what happens. Select customer name from customers means get from customers what you wanted to get customer name only. Now if I say run SQL, now it is showing only customer name. That's it. But along with customer name, I want city. Let's say city. Say run. Customer name also we are getting. City also. Yeah. Along with city, I want country also. Say comma country. We are getting customer name, city, and country. I wanted to get their age also. Comma age. I'm saying run. What is happening? Would not prepare statement. No such column age. It is saying in the table there is no column called age. That's what it's showing up. Whatever I want, it will not give. Whatever is there, it will give. Understanding? If you go to pizza shop and you ask for pizza, they'll give. If you ask for bread, they don't give. If you go to pizza shop and ask for biryani, will they give? It's not there with them. Here also. Now, this customers table has around 6 to 7 columns. Out of that, customer name is 1, city is 1, country is 1, age is not there, so it won't. Now, I'll just take it. Customer name I am getting, city I am getting, country I am able to retrieve it. Yes, sir. Understanding what is select. So we are using the select. The select statement is used to select data from database. The data written in store. The data written is stored in the result table called the result set. And you have to specify like the select the column names from table. If I have 100 columns, all 100 columns I want, then how do I do that? Star. That means all columns. If you don't want all columns, just get a column. Got it? Clear? Okay. Next, we will do one more thing. Now here 91 customers are there, so 91 are showing. Now I don't want all customers. I want 10 customers. So select customer name, city, country from customers and say limit. What? Limit 10. That means what? You'll be getting 10 notices. Number of records that we get 10 notices. Only first 10 please. You can change the order also that we get. So select means if I don't use limit, everything I'll be getting. Otherwise, I can give limit also. Now I don't want 10, I want 50. Limit 50. Now see, 50 we got. Now I don't want 50, I want 500. What happens? 500 we get it or not? We don't get it. Because it has only 91 rupees. It has 91 rupees. Now, let's say, right? You want it to bring 500, but it's not there. So everything it will get. Understood what is select keyword? Select keyword is useful for retrieving the data. Limit is useful for limiting how much you want. Now we'll be going a bit detail into it. We have something called distinct. We have something called distinct. Distinct means non-repetitive will be getting it. Non-repetitive will be getting it. The distinct statement is used to return only distinct values. That means non-repetitive, different values. Inside a table, a column often contains many duplicate values, and sometimes you only want to list the different values. In that case, use distinct. Now, what I will do here. I'll say customer name, city, country, right? I'll say select this thing. Customer name, city, country from customers. Now see what happens. Let's say run this SQL. Okay, now I'll just customer name, then city, then country is there. Now what I will do, first I will give country here. Means what happens? First country, then customer name, then city. Country is coming, then customer name is coming, then city is coming. Then I will say select district. Now see what happens. Select country from customer. That means what it will show? Countries it will show now. Germany, Mexico, UK, Sweden, Germany. Have you observed it? Repetitive what there? Germany. Already Germany is there. Mexico, already Mexico is there. France, already France is there. Now I don't want these duplicates. In that case, I'll use distinct. Now I'll say so in country, if there are any duplicates out there, I just say I don't want it. Run. Now how many? 21. Now you don't find any repeating. Germany, Mexico, UK, Sweden. Distinct is useful to remove duplicates on a specific call. Now in country, I don't duplicate countries, like repetitive countries. So it's not giving any repetitive. So basically 91 customers belongs to 21 countries. Understood what is distinct? Distinct is useful for removing the repetitives or duplicates or getting the different values. Now, if now countries are 21 are there, if I say city, let us see how many are there. It's 69. 91 customers from 69 cities from 21 countries. Got your point? For example, we don't have gender here. If we use gender, if I use distinct for gender, we'll get only two, male and females. Got my point? Understood distinct? Next, we use where. This is very important. The where clause is used to filter records. The where clause is used for filter records. So it is used to extract only those records that fulfill a specific conditions. Now select column 1, column 2 from table where. Now see here, the where clause is not only used in select statements, it is also used in update and delete also. Now what I wanted to do here, in this database, I wanted to get customers from India. So now how do I do that? I will write like this. I wanted to retrieve customers from India. So select means retrieval. It's a star, that means all column from customers table. If I say run, everything will be getting. But I want from India only. I'll say where, and the condition. Country equal to, let's say India. Say run. What is it saying? Means what? That means that no customer belongs to India. Okay, we have seen Germany a few minutes back. I'll give Germany. Run. There are 11 customers from Germany. All Germany customers we got. Are you able to see it? All Germany customers. See? Okay, now I don't want from Germany, I want Spain. We have 5 customers from Spain. 11 customers from Germany, 5 customers from Spain. Okay. Now I want, let us see, Italy. How many are there? 3. Say Russia. Where we use a lot. Now imagine whenever you log in into your Gmail, it shows your emails, right? Actually, all emails, whether your email or my email, stores into the same database. Once you log in into it, they'll write a where clause here. Get all the mails belongs to Cyprakash, belongs to Rahul, or belongs to us. That's the reason you will see only your mails. If I log in, it will get my mails only. Understanding what I'm saying? See, once you log in into Pulse, click on tasks, what do you see? All the tasks, click on login into Pulse, click on tasks. You see all the tasks assigned to you only. Assigned to you only. But if I click on here, in my system, all will come. What is the difference between yours and mine? Only quite. Here I have given select star. In your case, we have given where Pranit or where Hanil, where like that. Where class. Understanding what I am saying? If you open your Facebook also or Instagram also, it will show your posts only. Where class they are using. Understand? Where clause is very important. And the where clause is not only used in select, it can also be used in update and delete. That will be working. And we have and or not is also there. That means we can use a logical and non-logical or in programming language, right? Multiple conditions. Here also you can use multiple conditions. That means what? The where clause can be combined with and or and not operations. How do we do that? Logical and logical are be used, right? Same thing. Where condition 1 and condition 2 and condition 3. That means all conditions must be satisfied. If I use all, any condition satisfies also. Now what I will do here, I just select star from customer where country is Russia. Okay, I'll give Germany a run. We are getting Germany. I want Germany and France. So I'll say or either Germany or country is equal to A. Now see, now we are getting 11. If I say run, 16 we are getting. That means Germany and Spain. We are getting both because I have used or operator. Either that or this. I'll say or country is equal to Germany, France, Spain. 27 customer belongs to this figure. Logical or operator in this case. I can use and also. Now, for example, I am using Germany. Okay. Now there are 11 are there. Now what I want? I want 120 are there. I want from UK. Select start from customers where country equal to UK. So 7 are showing. But I want from UK and London. From UK and that to London. So where country UK and city equal to London. Earlier it was 7, now it is 6. London has very costly, very rich, so much of money with the visa. How they got it? They have exploited from here only. London is full of money from here only. Hard work in exploiting. But in a matter of 75 years, we have crossed it. It's not a joke. Anyway, that's different. Understood end operator. Right. But there we use logical and logical or. Here, end keyword and or keyword. You can use not also. I'll say where country. Here they have given and we have tried or we have tried. The not operator displays a record if the condition is not true. So where not condition. That means what now what I will do with the So I will say select star from customers where country is equal to UK. Now you are getting from UK. I will say where not country is equal to UK. That means what? Except UK, you will get everything. No, see 84. Except UK, we got everything. Not UK. Understood logical and logical or logical not. If you know programming, this is very easy. If you don't know coding, then I have to explain everything in detail. But you already know coding, you know it tells so much you have worked on. So very easy. And we have something called order by. That means we can do ascending order or descending order. Now the order by keyword is used to sort the result in ascending or descending order. Now select column 1, column 2 from table where table order by column 1, column order. See, if you note down the queries, that's fine, but anyway, it is there in W3. You may note it down now, but after a few days you may forget it. If you don't work on it, then either come to your notes or come to W3 space. Probably I am the highest visitor of this W3 space. Why? Not showing here. While working on Pulse, you know, I was working on so many programming languages. I used to work on Objective-C. I used to work on Objective-C, is a programming language. Swift is a programming language. Then JavaScript, PHP. I was working on 4 programming languages at the same time. Then it was creating lots of confusion. Sometimes I write Objective-C in Swift, Swift in JavaScript, JavaScript in PHP. Syntaxes are different. Right now you are working on only one programming language. I used to work parallelly on 4 programming languages. So it was creating lots of confusion. I used to make lots of errors in SQL while writing SQL. So I was fed up with that, and for every small query also, I used to go to W3 schools. If I want retrieval, copy the retrieval, select, paste it and change. If you want update, copy the update. And I have written hundreds of queries while working on Pulse. Hundreds of times I have written. Got my point? While learning, because I know SQL, but you know, while you are working on so many things, it may leads to confusion. In that case, it happens. Got my point? So even in your case also, till you get comfort, you can visit it multiple times, but you should learn it. That is important. In interviews they will not allow you to open W3 schools and copy paste it. Okay. Next, order by is useful to display ascending or descending order. Just to show you, I'll just select star from customers, no conditions, nothing. It shows like this. Now I wanted to order it based on customer ID. You know, customer ID 1, 2, 3, 4 like this is there. Last is 91. I want reverse, means descending. I will say select star from customers. The syntax is order by a column, either ascending or descending. Say customers order by customer ID descending. It means according to customer ID, show it in descending order. Descending order means bigger to small. If I say run, no, see, it's showing 91 first. 91, 19, 89, last is. Or I can order it based on country also. Run SQL. Now see. First Venezuela is coming. Zimbabwe is not there. If Zimbabwe is there, Z, it will show that. Or if I give ascending, A to Z. Argentina, starting with A. Then Austria, then Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Denmark, A, B, C, D, E. There is no country with E, F, Finland, France. Are able to see? You have to use order by ascending or descending. If you want to order based on customer ID, customer name, yes, we can do that. Customer order based on customer name. Starting with A, 1, 2, 3, 4, then it is 11, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then 8, 7. It is ordering based on this. Understood what is select keyword? Understood what is the distinct? Order by, where clause, limit. Some all are retrieval only. We are using. Understood? Next, we have worked on select. We will try to work on update now. There are so many things are there which you can go through about it, but I'll show you some important things here. If you learn this select, update, delete, insert into 85% is the same thing. Where these select, update, delete, insert into where. These are the 5 important things which you can write. Now, select we have used. Now I wanted to use update. I wanted to use update. Updates data in a database. Update means already some data is there, you wanted to change it to something else. Now, what I will do, I'll say select star from customers, where country equal to India. Run. What is showing? No result. India is the highest populated country in the world now. It is not there. Third, I think 5th richest economy. Still it is not there. Now what we have to do? Some other country names will change it to India. Okay. So now I'll say select star from customers. Okay. So many countries are there. I wanted to set some country names. It spoiled India. Which country? UK. Portugal also spoiled us. UK also spoiled us. Portugal is there here. Let us see. So let us see. So let's start from customers where country is equal to Portugal. Now I wanted to change Portugal to India. Then I have to use which keyword? Update. I'll use update. Now see. The update statement is used to modify the existing record in the table. Record means row. Update keyword we have to use. If file retrieval, you have to use select keyword. For updating, you have to use update keyword. Update table name. Then set keyword. Column name is equal to value. Okay. Condition. Now see here, they have mentioned it here. Be careful when updating records in a table. Notice the where clause in the update statement. The where clause specifies which records that should be updated. If you omit where clause, all records in the table will be very important. If you don't specify where clause, gone, everything will be updated. Understand it? Now let us try it. Update table name set here. So what I will do, We'll say, okay, what is table name? Customers. Then set, and I'll say country equal to India. Run, what happens? Every row in that will be updated. Which I want that? No. Only Portugal. Wherever Portugal is there, I want it to change. So I'll write where condition. Where country equal to Portugal. I'm updating country to India. Where country is Portugal. I'll say run. You have made changes to the database. Rows affected. Now, if I say select star from customers where country equal to Portugal, what it should show. If I run this command, what happens? What it should show. No result. No Portugal country now because replace it now. Updated. If I say India, okay, I don't like India. I want Bharat. Bharat is our actual name. So what I have to do? I want it to replace India with Bharat. So how do I do that? Update table name which is customers, then set country equal Bharat. Where country equal to was affected. See here capital C I have used for country, small c I have used for country. Case sensitive, non-case sensitive. Now, if I say select the from customers, how many I will get it? All the 91 I will get it. Somewhere we can find India now. See here we should get Bharat. We should get Bharat. One here. Not happy. Only 2 are there. Now I want more. How do I do that? There is one more country which spoiled us. Which country? UK. Where will be condition which will be at the last. Now I wanted to update the update. Which I wanted to update customers table. Hit customers, then set country equal to Bharat. Where country equal to. If I use not, here, except UK, everything will be changed. So there are so many friendly countries are also there. So I don't want everything to be India. Bharat, UK. Those affected 7. Now if I search for UK, you don't find it. I say select from customers where country equal to India. How many I'll get it? 0. Bharat. Where it is? Bharat. Now what I want? is no city called London. Now I wanted to change from London to Lucknow. Pose, there is one more is there. Pose to Cuttack. And Lisbon is there. That is not, that is a place. I want some city. Like Kavaram or whatever it is. Any, you can customize it, whatever. Now, can I do that? So I can do that. Update, I have to. Now, what I will do? Say, update customers set city Lucknow, I will give Mumbai, where country equal to, I'll say, that means what happens? Wherever country path is there, everything changes to Mumbai. Let it be public. Whether Mumbai or Lucknow, it doesn't matter, everything is part of India only. So I'll say run. 9 rows affected. Now if I say select from customers, I'll just say run. Just run. Now you should see Mumbai in Bharat. See Mumbai, Bharat. Or if you want only India, I can write where class. Only that. Now I am changing only one column. If you want, comma separated. Set name, everything you can change. Now let us see. Bharat is there. You know, ID, customer ID 4 is there. Now I wanted to change customer name, contact name, address, city, postal code, all everything I wanted to change it for this 4th one. So I'll write the date, customers, then set, then customer name equal to, I'll say Pranit, contact name, say Prakash, then address, nearby hostel, here, something I am typing here. Then city, Bhagyanagar. Bhagyanagar means Hyderabad. Then postal code, postal code, I can give directly number only. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some number I have given it. Okay. Postal code. Given it country, I don't need to change. I have to give where customer ID equal to 4. So wherever customer ID is 4, I am updating the name, contact name, address, city, postal code. I am just copying the query for safe side. Something is wrong, I can fetch it and try. Run. Was affected 1. Now we'll say select the car from customers where country equal to Bharat or customer or ID is equal to 4 I can give. Now see Pranit, Prakash, nearby hostel, BRN, Bhagyanagar. Comma separated, you can update multiple values. If I miss where clause, what happens? Everything will be changed. Very dangerous. If you miss where clause in select, no problem. If you miss where clause in update, some problem. If you miss where clause in delete, full problem. Gone, full table will be. That happened to me in my case actually. I was working on this Pulse database. Some duplicate entries happened by mistakenly. Now I wanted to delete few. I have noted down the ID and I have write condition where ID is greater than this. I wanted to delete it. So I have written the delete query. By the time I write where clause, someone came to me to meet me. I have discussed something with them. Then mistakenly I have pressed the run SQL button. Gone. Full data vanished. Luckily, 1 week back I have taken the backup of the database. That is just by luck. Got the point? So, if you miss where clause in select, no harm. If you miss the where clause in update, only 1 or 2 fields will be updated. Some harm. If you miss where in delete, gone. Got a point? Understood the update? We have worked on 2 main things, select and update. Again, where, limit, order by, all those distinct colors we have worked on it. Now, let us try delete it. The delete statement is used to delete existing records in table. Delete from table where condition. Now, here also they have mentioned the be careful when deleting records in table. Notice the where clause in the delete statement. The where clause specifies which record should be deleted. If you omit the where clause, all records in the table will be deleted. Very clear. Now I wanted to delete it. Now let us see. I just simply say that from customers 91 we got it. Now we have to search someone who can be deleted. ID, tell me the ID. This one 73. Yeah? You wanted to delete this Denmark, right? Okay. Denmark didn't do any harm to us, but still okay. That I am searching for something like France. They have provided draft dates to us here. I am searching something like Turkey or Pakistan. Not available here, but Italy is available. That's a different scenario, but Italy also spoiled us indirectly. Right? So let us try to delete Italy. So wherever Italy is there, I wanted to delete it. First of all, let us see how many are there. Customers where country equal to Italy. 3. Even numbers are also matching. Mother, daughter, son. Understanding to whom I am talking about? Okay, now I wanted to delete this from Italy. Now, what is the query? Delete from table name where condition. So now I'll say delete from table name customers. Run it, what happens? All the 91 will be gone. So I don't want all the 91, I want only from Italy. Where country equal to run. Right now 91 records are there. I'll say run. Affected 3. Now if I say select from customers, I should not get 91. 91 minus 3, 88 I got it. Because 3 we have removed. Understanding what is the query? Delete from customers where the condition. Delete from customer table name where the condition. Understanding? So we have worked on select, which is retrieval. We have worked on update, which is update. We have worked on delete, which is delete. We have to work on insert into, which is creation. We have worked on RUD in CRUD. We have to work on this. Understanding? This insert is you have to write a lot because all the data you have to enter it. Now I am clicking on insert into. The insert into statement is used to insert two records in a table. It is possible to write insert into statement in two ways. We can write insert into in two ways. We can write. This is one of the ways, and this is the other ways. This is recommended. One of the ways is insert into table name. Here you specify what are the columns you want. You specify values and all the values you want. The second approach is insert into table name, only values you give. For each and every column you have to provide the values. Now I don't want to provide, I don't want it to insert for each and everything. In that case, this is recommended. Like I wanted to give customer name. I don't want contact. But here I have to give value for contact name also. That's why the first one is recommended. Now what I will do here, insert into table name, insert into table name customers, and what are the fields we want? Customer name, we wanted to pass value. City I wanted to pass value. Country I wanted to pass value. I wanted to insert only these three column values. So give values. Then first is for customer name. I will give name as Dheeraj. Then city Takkavaram. Then country Bharat. Say run. One we have added. Earlier it was 88, now 89. Now I'm clicking on this customers, now it's showing 89. I can see Dheeraj. For this one I haven't given any value, so it's showing null. Understanding? Now I wanted to insert one more. What is the syntax? Insert into customers, then column names, customer name, then city, then country. If you want, you can give postal code and all those values. Then I'll give Mastan Basha, then city, Hyderabad or Bhaginagar, whatever it is. Then country, Bharat or India, whatever it is. Okay? Now I say run. One more extra added. If I click on these customers now, understood? Understood creating retrieving, updating, deleting using SQL queries. You will feel everything is very easy because I am doing it, not you. While you are writing, you will understand. It's not much complicated, hardly 1 to 2 hours. SQL is not much complicated. Why? Because you already know coding. It is not much complicated. 1 2 hours you can understand it. You don't need to write 10 page or 50 line SQL query. You don't need to write it. 1 2 lines or maximum 3 lines. You have small things also there. We have something called min and max. The min function returns the smallest value of the selected column. Now select min, column name you have to give from table where condition. Right? The minimum value it will give, the maximum value you write if you write condition also. Now let us try this. We will try it in. We'll try this in products. Products table. Now we have products table. In products table, we have product ID, product name, supplier ID, category, unit, price. Now I wanted to get the smallest price, the lowest item. So I have to use min in this case. So select, because you wanted retrieval, that's why select. Then min. Say select from customers min. Min. And the column name I'll say price from products. The smallest item, the lowest price item will be getting it. So done. How much? 2.5 is the lowest. If I wanted to get the highest, which is 3.5. Now I wanted to get the highest task submissions. I can use max. Lowest task submissions, I can use. Understanding what I understood what is min max. And we have something called count. We have something called average. We have something called sum. Now see, select count column name from table and where condition. Now what I wanted to do, I will try this. Now I wanted to know how many customers are there from USA. How many customers, not customers detail. Customers, how many are there I wanted to get it. Then I can use count. Select count. Say select count and select count from table customers where country equal to USA. That means what? How many customers are there from USA I wanted to get. Column name. Second. There are 13 customers belongs to USA. I am not getting the customer details, I am getting how many are there. Count I can use it. Got a point? In that case, we can use it. Now we can use like this average. What is the average price of the products? We can get sum of the total of the products and all the things we can get. Understanding? We have something called between select columns from table name where column name between value 1 and 40. Now I have products are there. I want all the products between 20 to 30. I can use this. Now I'll say select column name is price from orders products. Select price from products where select star this. Select star from products where price 10 and 20. Right? So I want all columns from products. The price is between 10 and 20. If I say run, now see here 18, 10, 15, anything between 10 to 20. Now if I want, I can say order by ascending. Order by price. Starting from 10, highest. Or if I want, I can say descending. Understood? Minimum, maximum, average, sum, between. So many things I can write. These joints are also there, but it's little advanced, usually not required. Mainly this CRUD, inserting, updating, retrieving, delete. These are helpful, like listing, order by, limit. These are helpful. Understanding what I'm saying? Now we have worked on queries. Now what I will do, I will show you how to create table, how to create columns in it, and how to connect from JavaScript. But we don't cover everything in today's session. I'll just show you. I hope you have installed the software called MAM. Right? MAM means, as I said, Mac, Apache, MySQL, PHP. Now we have installed this MAM because of this. We want MySQL. That's why we have installed this MAM. We got MySQL with it. Okay. So now you have to understand here. Now I wanted to open this MySQL database. It's already there in my system because I have already installed MAM. If you installed MAM in your system also MySQL database will be. Now if you install MAM, I will click on this. You will find this icon, elephant icon. You install it. As I said, there is one advantage of this, one disadvantage of this. You will understand what is the disadvantage. You will understand what is the advantage of the new. Probably tomorrow you will understand it. First of all, I am clicking on this map. Now map is opening. Now are able to see here servers. So to give you an example, in map are able to see this Apache. This Apache is called as application server. What? Application server. This Apache is called as application server. What is this application server again? Application server is nothing but a software. Application server is nothing but a software. If that software is running, MySQL works. that software is not running, MySQL won't. Understanding? To give you an example, I compare like this. MySQL I compare with the Netflix. MySQL I compare with Netflix. This Apache I compare with the internet. What happens if internet is not connected? Netflix works. If Netflix is gone, if internet is gone, Netflix also stops working. Exactly. If application server called Apache is running, then MySQL works. If this application server is stopped, MySQL won't. Not only MySQL, even PHP also the same thing. But MySQL and PHP, this Apache server should be running. Just to show you an example. Now, just to show you an example, right? I am clicking on this pulse. What do you see? It's a login page you see. Actually, this is the pulse in my system. I have a copy of pulse in my system because I have created pulse in my system. So I have a copy in my system. What is the file name here? PHP file. Okay, now observe what happens. If I am refreshing it, what is happening? It's displaying the page. So even if I refresh it, displaying the page. Now observe what happens. I am coming here to this map. I am saying stop. That means I am stopping the Apache. RFC web server is Apache. I am stopping the Apache. Once I stopped Apache, now I will refresh it. What is happening? Is it working or not working? Not working. It is same PHP file. Because Apache is not running, PHP stopped working. Apache is not running, PHP stopped working. If engine stops running, vehicle stops to move. Now see here, again I am saying start. I am starting the Apache. Apache is nothing but the application server. Now PHP starts working. Now it depends on your settings. So you can say whenever the MAMP server opens, you start the server like that. Change settings. Now I am running the Apache application server. Now see what happens. If I refresh it, see it is working. Understanding what I am saying? If a fan is if fan is there, the behind that is power should be there. Power is like Apache. Fan is like MySQL. Got my point? So application server should be running. Now once I upload this pulse into the main servers, it was not running because their application server has to run. Now if I type pulse.brnprotect.com, it is connecting to the server. There Apache is running. That's why pulse is working. If their Apache is not running, pulse won't work. Because pulse is developed using PHP and MySQL. For both you need Apache. both you need Apache. Why I have used MAMP? Because MAMP we are getting Apache, MySQL, PHP. All the three I am getting it, but PHP you don't need it. MySQL we need it. To run MySQL, Apache we need it. That's why we have installed MAMP and start running. Now observe here. Whenever I run this servers, it opens this page. It opens this page. And here you click on these tools. Are able to see PHP MyAdmin? You click on this PHP MyAdmin. Now what you are seeing is MySQL. What you are seeing is MySQL. This is MySQL server type. Are you able to see it? What you are seeing is MySQL. MySQL has so many databases. Understand? And are able to see BRNDB. BRNDB is actually Pulse database. Now, if I open this, I think I might have deleted it. This is actually Pulse database. Pulse has so many tables. Apps or apps, attendance, batches, classroom attendance, computer speeds, holidays, leaves, messages, presentation, request, status update, task activities, task bugs, tasks. All these are tables. Whenever you create Pulse account, that is storing into user state. Whenever I create tasks, storing into tasks table. Whenever you submit tasks, storing into tasks activities. Understanding what I am saying? Whenever I take attendance, it stores into classroom attendance. Everything we are performing based on database. Whenever a student comes and goes from office, right now we are not doing it, but earlier we have something called biometric. Student has to come check in and check out. That is stored in attendance. Now I will click on this attendance table. Just to see, this is the table. How many are there? 98,350 records are there. That means 98,000 times user has done it. That into 2, check in, check out. 98 into 2, it's almost 1 lakh. So 2 lakh check in, check out details are maintaining in this table. 2 lakh. You don't know where is the biometric also, but earlier things were different. Thanks to Corona, everything has changed. Got a point? So based on this, we used to generate the check-in time, check-out time. If you log in into Pulse, it will tell you how much time you have spent, how much time it will actually show you. But right now it might not be showing you, but earlier it was. If you spend 1 week here in office, 6 working days. In 6 working days, per day user has to spend 8 hours. 8 into 6, 48. So for 48 hours, how much user is spending? 40 hours or 42 hours or 43 hours? How much is lagging? All those things we used to track it. Everything is storing into this attendance table. Whenever a new batch starts, whenever the batch finishes, everything stores into this batches table. Understanding double to double one. Starting date also will be there, ending date also will be there in this table. Understanding what I am saying? So now we are into this. Now I'll click on this users. I'll click on these tasks. These are the submissions. How many tasks we have created? 75,747 tasks has been includes theory as well as practice. Understanding what I'm saying? Right, Rahul? Richard Dream? Got it right? Now I can implement it to get what I want from here. For example, I wanted to get all students from Warangal. Can I do that? I want all students from double to double one. Can I do that? Understanding what I'm saying? That's what we have rating queries. Now observe carefully. I am just stopping this application server, which is Apache. Now see if I refresh it, MySQL won't work without application server is running. Without application server is running. See, probably in movie theater, you can see the movie, but behind that one motor is running. That's why the movie is displaying. The motor stops, there also it stops. It's like that. The dependency of MySQL or PHP is application server named Apache. But we don't need to focus much on PHP. That is not our scope. Our focus is on MySQL. So to run MySQL, we should have application server called Apache. So now we want MySQL. To run MySQL, we need Apache. These two are available in MAP. That's why I told you to install MAP. Not only MAP, there are so many all softwares out there. XAMPP, this is also available. XAMPP we call it. That is for Windows. This MAP also works for Windows as well as you can use anything. But we have a specific advantage using the file type. Understanding? Okay, now it is not running. If I refresh it, it is not working. Now if I start running application server again, start. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to create tables. I wanted to create database, I wanted to create tables. Then I wanted to do something. So now how do I do that? Again, I can go there also. Again, I'll go to tools. Whenever I run the application server, it starts opening this page. I'll go to tools, click on PHP, my admin. It will take us to MySQL. There I can see all the databases, or I can create a new database. These are the so many databases we have. Now let me create a new database. Are able to see something called new here? I'm clicking on this new. Now it is asking what kind of database, what is the name of the database you want it. I'll say just DB. Some name I'm giving it. Now I'll say create. If I say create, actually database will be created through SQL. But if I click on this create button, they are writing SQL query instead of us and executing it. Should be created through SQL only. But we don't need to write it. They are writing it internally. If I go to this W3 tools page, W3 tools, SQL. Create a database, creates a new database. Using SQL query, you can create a database also. You have to write the query for that. But what we are doing, we are just writing it here, and I'll say we are just writing the name here. I'll say create. They are writing the query internally and executing it. Database is created. Now here they are asking to create the table. Now see, no tables found in database. They are asking to create tables. Now I'll simply say, for example, users. And how many columns you wanted? You'll say around 6 columns I want. You'll say go. A table called users is created in JustDB. Now it is asking, please provide the details of that columns. That means first name, last name, email ID, mobile number, whatever the details you wanted to collect, gender. Now long ago, we have worked on forms. Their first name, last name, age, email, gender, mobile number, then you fill it. You click on submit it, we are checking valid or invalid. If you click on submit, then from here it comes to this. From there to middleware to this. But to come here, we should create it first. Now, what I am doing, I am creating these columns, that table called users, in that database called JustDB. Now, what we are doing actually, we have created a database called JustDB. Inside that, we have created the table called users. How many databases, how many tables you can have in a database? N number, any number you can have. How many columns you can have in a table? N number, any number you can. Now I am creating around 6 columns table. Remember, while creating a table, one column must have unique values. One column must have unique values. There should not be any repetitivity. There should not be any repetitivity. One column in any database, in any table, one column must have non-repetitive values. Usually we call it as a ID. Usually we call it as ID. And ID is numbers, so we are mentioning it as integer. And here, what I will do, default value, you can give anything. Let it be null. And here, are you able to see AI? AI, I am selecting it. AI means auto increment. What? Auto increment. Any table must have unique non-repetitive column. That's what we are making it. I have created a separate column. I have named it as ID, and for that I am specifying it as AI. AI means auto increment. If I insert a new row, it will be auto incrementing the number automatically. Now see here, while creating the while inserting it here. Let us see. Here we have tried the database. So here I am clicking on this customers. Are you able to see the customer ID here? Every column, this table also has unique, non-repetitive column is there. They named it as customer ID. Named it as customer ID. For example, if I go to products, product also has product ID, non-repetitive, unique. If I click on employees, there are also employee IDs there. If I click on suppliers, supplier ID is there. Any column, any table you take, one will be there, dedicated for non-repetitive values. Now 2 is there, you don't find any with 2 again. Now if I insert one more, it will be with 9. If I insert one more, it will be 10, 11 for like that. That is called auto increment. So now what I am doing, I am creating one more one column here. I am naming it as ID, and here I said auto increment. That means if you keep on inserting, it will automatically increase to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like automatically. Next, what I will do, I will say name of the user, and type varchar. It means text. How many letters maximum you want? 30. It will not accept less than 30. Sorry, it will not accept more than 30. And what is the default value? If user is not giving that value, what is the default value? You give null. Don't give default value to none. Earlier it was accepting, now in new version it is not accepting. Default value, either you give some value or give null. If user is not giving, it will automatically take it as null. Even we have tried that there also. When we have inserted these names, see now I am clicking on customers. See here, null is showing. We have to provide those values, so default it is taking. So name we have created, then age, data type, integer. Okay, default value let it be null. If user is not assigning any value, takes it as null. And I'll say email. Data type, varchar. I'll give around 50. 50 maximum. Default is null. I'll say password. I'll say varchar. Around 30. Default is null. User is not giving anything. Then creation. When they have created this, I'm just mentioning it as are able to see timestamp. We'll take current system's timestamp. If I create a new user, that time it will be stored. And after that, I'll say save. A table will be created, but are able to see previous SQL. Even though I say a table will be created, but it actually creates SQL and executes SQL, table will be created. If I click on previous SQL, you see that this is the SQL they have created. It must be done through SQL only, but instead of we writing it, system writes. So I'll say save. Primary key must not be null. So here, primary means auto increment. That should not be null. That's what they are saying. I'll say save. In just DB, a table named users have been created. Likewise, how many I can create? N number. Users now I have created a users task activities classroom. So many I have created now. I just go to this. I'll click on this classroom attendance. Now see who is the trainer of this session. Session date, session start time. This is a timestamp I have used. Session end time, the starting time, the ending time, duration in minutes. What is the topic we have covered, and which batch, user ID, the student ID basically. Session unique ID. Student is present or absent. We have created UI. If I click absent there, it will be showed absent. If I click present, it will be showed. 1811 means almost 4-5 years back, 2019. Understanding how many records are there here? 40,000 records. Earlier, I used to take attendance through book. In school, we have I take attendance through book. Then it was difficult for us to check created is function classroom. Got it? We have classroom attendance now. Attendance now. If you click on attendance, you can see the columns there. ID, student ID, email, check-in time, check-out time, status, date, last update. This is from almost 1511 long ago. 22/4/2016 from 2016 onwards, we have biometrics. Almost 6-7 years. Likewise, you can create multiple tables according to your requirements. You can create multiple tables according to your requirement. Once you create these tables, you can start connecting from JavaScript. You start connecting from JavaScript, and from there, you can write queries, execute it, get the data, convert the data to JSON, and send it. Now we have worked on the database part basically. What is SQL, what is database, how to create database, how to create tables, how to extract data from these things. Everything we have worked on it. Now here, just to show you, now here it is showing, here I'll take classroom attendance. Here one student is there. Student ID is 11181130. I wanted to get only his attendance. Can I do that? Okay, what I will do, I'll write queries here. I can write it. Here, are you able to see exit? Either I can write it edit here or I can click on SQL here. I'll click edit. Select star from classroom attendance, where user ID is equal to 181130. Now I'll say go. Now see total 43 are. Now those 43 we are getting. Now I want what is present or what is absent. Now in how many sessions he is absent? Now attendance status is the name of the column. I'll come here and say edit. Where user ID is 181130 and attendance status is equal to delegate. All these days is absent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sessions is absent. Understand? The purpose of this is different, but the way we use is different nowadays. Nowadays, usually what is happening, some students will join on the force of their parents. They'll come, they'll continue for few days, but they don't attend. Then after a few days, their parents will call. What about my son, whether he is coming or not coming, he is learning or not learning. Then he will open this. Then he will say total this many sessions, this many he has attended, this many he is absent. Very recently that happened. I don't know whether it is from your batch or his batch. His parents called us and asked what is the situation. We have checked this. We got pulse. We have checked it. How many sessions has attended and all those things. He is not attending at all. Very few sessions he has attended. After that, he started attending again. Something might have happened. Probably his father might have spoiled him. Something. He has started at it. For that purposes we are using. Understanding? Now we know how to create a table. We know how to create database. We have worked on how to retrieve queries and all those things. Now what we do, we wanted to link with this three-tier architecture. We wanted to link this to three-tier architecture that we'll start working on next session. Understanding? Right now, what is actually happening? We know how to create this client. We know how to create this middleware. We know how to create the database also now. But we know how to communicate between these two things. We know how to connect, how to establish connection between these two things. But we don't know how to establish connection between these two things. Now, what we wanted to do, this database should be connected with the Node.js. That we don't know. We have a package called MySQL package. MySQL. You install that MySQL package, then you can connect it to database. So from client it will ask, send me cricketers. It comes to middleware. The middleware asks database, give me cricketers. It gives to this converts to JSON, it sends to this. That converts to JavaScript and this. That's what we wanted. Probably in our next session, we will try to work on all the three tiers. Creation of client, creation of database and middleware, all the three tiers. It's excessive, heavy work actually. Setting up of all the three, connecting from client to middleware, middleware to database, conversion, everything we have to do. Setup itself will take time. That we will try to work in our next session. Then next session, what we will do? We will create a database first. Then we will create the middleware, we will create the client and all those things. But the problem we are going to face is, even though we create a database, a table, it doesn't have any data in it. Doesn't have any data in it. So what we wanted to do initially, we wanted to add some dummy data. We wanted to add some dummy data. For that, there are softwares available, websites available. There is a website called Mokaru. There is a website called Mokaru where you can random data generate. So if you go to this website, you can create some dummy data. Now here they are giving it. Anyway, I will show you. Next, I don't want it making CV. So in using this Mokaru, I will create around 1,000 records. I will add it into our database. From Node.js, using MySQL package, I will connect it. From client, I will be sending the request, middleware connects to database and get the data sets. All the three will be working. We will take advantage of this because, in our database, we can import it also. Here, this is our table. This is our table. If you see, are able to see import. If I want, I can import it. From Mokaru, we create the data and here we import. Dummy data will be getting it. Then from Node.js, we'll get it and send it to React.js. React.js, once it gets it, assigns to state variable which populates through array.map. Understanding what I'm saying? Next session, probably the important session, because we are joining so many pieces. Array is a separate thing. State variable is a separate thing. Fetch is a separate thing. Node.js is a separate thing. Express.js is a separate thing. Database is a separate thing. We will join each and everything to make it instant. If possible, we'll try to do it in one session. Okay. So if not installed, install this map. Why I am telling you to install map is, in map, from MySQL I wanted to connect to data. Node.js I wanted to connect to database. So if I scroll down, are able to see MySQL. If I click on this, they'll give the details. These details are helpful connecting. They are giving the port, username, password, host. These details are very important to connect from Node.js to database. That's why I told you to use this app. But this is disadvantage also it is there in it. Not in Mac version, in Windows version is there. Slashes cannot be stored in it. If I wanted to store image, we have to store paths, right? Slashes are not storing probably. Probably we have to identify some workaround for that. Anyway, that we'll be doing it later. Okay. So now what I want you to do, today also I will be creating theory task. Just work on this SQL. You should be ready. If I want it to retrieve, yes, select. Update, delete, insert into create. You should be good at those things. Okay. You can play with the dummy database. APIs means what we have created is API endpoints. That is called as APIs. API means API endpoints, application programmable interface. That is not JSON or server we call it. Those APIs are helpful in connecting to database and sending it to client. APIs are helpful or works like a mediator between database and client. So today we have tried understood what is PHP management, that is MySQL. Understood what is application server? Which application server are we using? Apache. What is the use of application server? Make sure runs MySQL and PHP. I am creating this theory task only.